Hi guys, Makalesi here. Thanks for coming back to my channel. I am your spiritual friend or your spiritual sister who's helping you guys on your path and answer some questions, okay? So in this video, I always try to build in my other videos. So if you're lost, just go back to my other videos so you can understand. I try to make my videos easy, 3 to 10 minutes at the most, so therefore you don't get lost. So in my previous video, we were talking about the tree of life and the tree of knowledge, right? And I'm not going to explain it because I've already explained it. I think it's to understand. If you don't understand, you can go to my previous video. So with this video, I want to talk about so now you understand that, then you have to understand there's 2 different types of spirituality out there right now. There is the true spirituality, and then there is what I like to call false light. And now why I call it false light is because they're giving you wisdom, which is light, but it's false. And usually what they do in false light, you could tell, is they take indigenous wisdom and then they rearrange it, and then they kind of take ownership of it. So a real good example of this would be New Age spirituality. And New Age spirituality is a concept saying new, but it's really not new. What they really do is they take or they plagiarize information from indigenous spirituality, for example, like Buddhism, Hinduism, things of that nature. And I've even seen them try to do Kabbalah too. And they would basically plagiarize indigenous spirituality and then repackage it and then send it to people. And it's interesting. It's a really interesting concept because the information is real, right? So just like Christianity, you're like, oh, this information sounds right. But what happens is they're not from the lineage. So if you're not from the lineage and you speak from it, there's actually codes that are connected to the lineage, connected to your DNA, and also connected to what they call the golden chain. The golden chain is a lineage of spiritual teachers, and they initiate you into their teachings, because what happens is on the astral plane, there's schools not only in the physical, but there's also schools in multidimensional, because remember, we're multidimensional. So what happens when you get initiated in the astral plane. A lot of these people don't know that. They're just basically taking information and regurgitating without really knowing the lineage or the reverence for it. Because remember, they don't have reverence for these spiritual systems. In a lot of these indigenous cultures, there's lots of reverence. There's a lot of rituals and there's a lot of initiations. But you would notice they would regurgitate the information, plagiarize information, but then they would give homage to aliens. So if you were like, where'd you get your information from? It's never really about them going inwards to get the information. It's really about them saying, oh, an alien came and gave it to me, or I channeled it from an alien. So what they're doing from my perspective, or what I understand, this is just my ego thinking this, what I'm thinking is they are basically taking the additional spirituality but giving it to aliens, so therefore we don't do our own research, because it's like they're giving the ownership to aliens. But why is that important? Because if you understand, we create our own reality. If you're here and you're like manifesting, but you're externalizing something and giving it to an alien, but you're leaving your body, that means you're giving away your power, you're giving your manifestation skills. And that's what they were trying to do, is they were trying to take, and I imagine if millions of people were given their energy, they were planning to basically harvest everyone's energy to create the shadow tree. So therefore, when the end of a cycle comes, like an end of cycle comes right now, that they can either do a fake landing, or they can take people into this new cycle with the shadow tree based on people's belief system. So that's why you have to pay attention. Like, you can really understand false light because it's usually plagiarized, it's not original. So think about it, if you're tapping into upper world, you should be able to embody the wisdom. Embody the wisdom is you practice everything you say, is you believe it's a belief, it's a system, it's true. You can feel it, it resonates. A lot of people are just regurgitating. So therefore, pay attention to who's actually embodying the wisdom. That means like it's all over them, like they live what they say, and then people who are just regurgitating, because that's how you can tell who is false light and who isn't. And that's my quick video. Hope you like it. Until I see you in my next video, peace.